me, Ryan here. Today we're taking a look at the super solid P24. It's a smaller brother compared to the P27 Pro, which is the same 1080p panel, just at a 144Hz variant of it at 27 inches compared to this over here, which is a 165Hz panel with 1080p and at 24 inches. So how good is it? Let's jump right into today's review. Let's go.
So starting off with the price, it costs 319 SGD on Lazada. That's 80 less compared to its bigger brother, the P27. The pricing is quite fair for these as you do get quite a lot of things with them. Specification wise, it's a 165Hz 1080p panel with a 1 millisecond MPRT response time. The peak brightness of 300 nits and 135% of the sRGB color gamut. It also has support for a 75x75mm VESA mount at the back of the monitor with no built-in speakers. For input wise, there's one audio jack along with two HDMI ports, and last of all you get a DP port with a DC jack at the bottom for power. What you get with this monitor is the menu itself along with the screws provided to mount the monitor and the stand or the VESA mounting, along with one DisplayPort cable and a power brick. That's all. For the unboxing, I'll say it's quite simple. Just put the monitor on its side, open it up from the top, and then just pull out the foam housing and then remove all your necessary stuff, which is your cables, stand and all the stuff things, and pull out the last layer that would reveal the monitor. Assemble the stand on the side, which is just two screws for the stand, and after that assemble the stand and the monitor together, pulling the monitor with it once you have screwed in the monitor, which is quite simple. Display wise, I would say it's quite alright, being a 1080p IPS display with great viewing angles, and well, the colors are quite vivid. The backlight also is very well distributed, I would say, though there's still some slight inconsistencies, but it's still quite great already compared to the P27, which is more noticeable. The 1 millisecond response time paired with the 165Hz refresh rate makes for very little ghosting in the UFO test, and also making the viewing experience just very nice. Just remember to turn on FreeSync to have G-Sync compatibility on the monitor OSD. For the OSD, it's not as polished compared to the P27, but it's simple to use. It's similar to the P24, and it does give you all the necessary adjustments such as FreeSync and DCR, which is dynamic contrast. Build quality wise, for the stand, I say it's quite okay. It's completely made of metal, but there's still a bit of wobble due to all the adjustability that you can use with the stand. There's also a red LED at the back of the monitor that cannot be turned off and adjusted in terms of color. For the build quality of the monitor itself, I would say it's quite okay. The materials are nice, it's mostly a bit of plastic, there's not really much metal on the outside, but then also most monitors are made out of plastic, so it's quite okay. So what are the difference between the P24 and the P27? Well, the P24 has a peak brightness of only 300 nits and an sRGB gamut of 135% with a refresh rate of 165Hz compared to the P27 where it has a 144Hz refresh rate, 400 nits peak brightness, and 99% of the sRGB color space. If you say a person who does more content consumption, the P27 would be the more viable option for you. And just say you're an FPS gamer and you do want that additional higher refresh rate, the P24 will be better as it has a 165Hz refresh rate. So what I like about this monitor is that the stand it provides comes with all the necessary adjustments needed such as tilt, height and rotation. The display also is quite well made, I would say, with very bright colors, and well, the backlight bleed is there slightly but it's still quite minimal. The price point is also rather affordable for all the masses to have IPS and 165Hz. Improvement that can be made to this monitor which would be the ability to turn off the red LED at the back, as it may not go well with the color scheme that you may have for your setup. A more evenly distributed backlight would be a bit better. Other than that, there's not really much things I would change, as already one of the main factors about stands is the inclusion of a height adjustable one, which is great.
Definitely, if you are in the market for a monitor, then do keep your eyes out for the P24 Pro. Let's say if it's doing the 99 sales that are coming up really soon, or the next future sales like the 1010 or something, depending on where this video comes up. So with that, we have come to the end of today's video. If you guys liked it, leave a like, subscribe, share a comment down below, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.